So when it comes to Greta Thunberg, all Donald Trump needed to do was not say anything, stay out of it, and you would have come across not as a bigger man necessarily, but like as a well-socialized 12-year-old. But unfortunately, that was a bar that Donald Trump could not reach. And so instead he tweeted this, retweeting some of her powerful video from yesterday at the UN. He said, "She seems like a very happy young girl looking forward to a bright and wonderful future. So nice to see." That's our president. That's the most powerful person in the world. And joining us now to comment, Rebel HQ's Emma Vigeland. Emma, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me, John. And if you didn't notice, she updated her Twitter bio to reflect that very sentiment that Trump espoused.
I noticed. Let's go to that now.
Yeah.
Let's bring that up. And her new status is a very happy young girl looking forward to a bright and wonderful future. Because she is both more mature and far more clever than Donald Trump could ever hope to be. So Emma, this is a pointless question, I'm sure, but scale of 1 to 10, Donald Trump sarcastically slamming a 16-year-old activist. How shocked are you?
I'm not shocked at all. The right wing has gone to great lengths to attempt to discredit this wonderful human being, including Laura Ingraham, comparing her to Children of the Corn, and her being basically attacked by the Ben Shapiro mini-me on Fox News the other night, where he was calling her mentally ill because she's been diagnosed with Asperger's. She has OCD and selective mutism, which she has called her superpower because it's given her the ability to be singularly focused on the issue of climate change. And for me, I see that it's given her the ability to cut out all the riffraff and just focus on what's important, which is saving the planet. I see this her superpower as well, and I'm incredibly moved by her every time I hear her speak. I'm having difficulty not crying just talking about her in this segment with you, John.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Her speech was very powerful. I get made fun of sometimes because of how often I say that I sort of draw my ability to keep doing this job on a day-to-day basis very often from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Greta Thunberg's very helpful too in that same respect. And so, look, you mentioned Michael Knowles of the Daily Wire, who called her a mentally ill Swedish child on Fox News. Now, they've said they're not gonna have him on again in the future, but bear in mind that they had him on to say that after he had already tweeted that same phrase and said it about her on his own show, because right-wing commentators are very clever people, and when they found a great line, they hammer it into the ground. But we also have Laura Ingraham, who compared Greta Thunberg and youth climate activist to Stephen King's Children of the Corn. For some reason. And so, look, I get that they're going to disagree with her, obviously, and they're gonna hate how influential she is. But the viciousness, the way that they're responding, it seems to me like this would be counterproductive. Do you disagree?
Of course, but this is who they are. There's no bottom to that barrel. And of course, Fox News is condemning what he's saying now, but they're gonna just quietly not have him on for a few weeks, and then he'll continue writing opinion pieces for foxnews.com and will definitely appear on another show at some point, because the Daily Wire is inexplicably semi-successful. We can't take away that aspect from Ben Shapiro, although I can make fun of him, and I will continue to.
We will do that.
Yes. So they will continue having him on at some point, but it goes to show that his comments were so egregious that Fox News felt the need to condemn. But at the time, they're probably going to quietly shuffle him back onto the show. The right wing has no moral argument when it comes to Greta Thunberg. They just basically have to make fun of her, and it comes off pretty badly because she's a 16-year-old child. Yeah,
I think you could have ended that sentence as they have no moral argument. So one related topic that's come up this morning. So as they're getting attacked for viciously attacking a 16-year-old, the response from the right is, this is the exact same thing that you guys did to the Covington kids. What do you think about that argument?
Do I have to dignify it? I mean, it's like ridiculous. Yeah, of course not. Of course, that's not exactly what was happening at all. Those children were also antagonistic towards those Native leaders. Now, there have been different reports that have come out about it, whatever. But this is all an effort, like all of these talk of her being mentally ill, the talk of her being a Children of the Corn, these vicious things that they're saying, the whataboutisms with the Covington kids. What about the issue of climate change? Are you guys going to talk about that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm even frustrated by some on the left, like Amy Klobuchar, tweeting out the GIF of her staring down Donald Trump, Greta Thunberg. Your plan doesn't really address any of the systemic and grave problems of climate change. It's the very incrementalist approach that Greta Thunberg is so angry at. So we have to look beyond her as a person. We have this issue in society where we can only see the face and not the words that are coming out of their mouth. She doesn't care about being famous. She doesn't care about being talked about herself. She purely cares about ending the climate crisis. And that is what makes her a superhero. And that's her superpower in this movement.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.